Hey friends, just a heads up. In this show, we touch on mental health and some other heavier topics. Nothing too intense, but we want you to take care of yourself and those who may be listening with you. Also, all opinions are our own and not affiliated with 21 Pilots in any way. Listen with care, and thanks for being here.
Putting on a podcast.
Should it be, we want you to take care of yourselves or yourself? That just dawned on me. Did I say that grammatically correctly?
What does it say again?
We want you to take care of yourself. But should it say selves?
Maybe. I don't know. Welcome back to the Grammar Show.
Sorry, everybody.
That's Mrs. Grammerbait, and this is Mr. Cliquebait. This is the grammar episode of Cliquebait, a 21 Pilots podcast. I'm just kidding. You're Mrs. Cliquebait.
I am.
Today. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should check that. Put it in the old Google machine and see what's right.
Yeah. I don't know. It just dawned on me while we were waiting for that to
be
over.
You're supposed to know. I was thinking about something completely different listening to that intro, that now if we had Helena do it, it'd be like putting on a podcast, because she's like older.
What?
Her cute
Did she turn into a 50-year-old man all of a sudden?
No.
Like, why is she suddenly so deep?
Women's voices get deeper as they get older. No, I mean, she doesn't sound like a little kid Helena anymore.
No, she doesn't. But I feel like we sped that up a little bit to fit in the correct slot. So it might have sounded a little bit higher than she normally is anyway.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway.
But hey, it's episode 63. I can't believe it. When I opened the notes today, I'm like, 63.
I feel like it's more than that because we did bonus episodes and all that stuff. And so.
Well, and all the work you put into this, it feels like more than 63, I'm sure.
I literally spent all day.
I know. Today, I must give credit where credit's due. I think I added like one sentence. So thank you.
Oh, well, there's not a lot of I didn't put that much extra other stuff in there, but the deep dive is
deep.
Extensive.
So deep. Anyway, listen, you put your heart and soul into it, and you pick up my slack, and I appreciate it.
For a really long time.
No, we're not.
Get comfy, everybody. Get some popcorn.
But yeah, thanks for...
if you're driving, don't get popcorn.
Thanks for doing that. Speaking of popcorn, tomorrow the Q&A movie? No, Saturday.
And at 3 Eastern.
The album comes out tomorrow, though.
Does it?
August 7th. Yeah, it does. Wink.
Okay.
We don't record on the day, remember? So
no, I know. I didn't know it.
Yeah, I think the album drops.
I thought it all came out the same day.
I think it's on the 7th, and the viewing party to see the movie that we already spent money to see, it comes out on the 8th.
I didn't buy us any of the copies of the album because I don't know why. I just didn't. But now that Vignette is on it.
Well, you don't have to.
I really want it now.
You don't have to buy it. We have Apple Music. Just download it. Pre-add it.
Is it on Apple? I didn't think it was streaming.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, all right. Well, cool. I'm so excited to hear Vignette again.
I know, me too. I love the I've always said I love the synthesizer solo in that. So
I know. That's why I'm excited to hear that again.
I am super excited. Well,
they added like 4 other songs into it.
Oh, that weren't in the movie.
That were not in the movie. That didn't make the movie. And somebody was, what was the one song? There was one song left out.
Backslide, right? Wasn't it? Backslide sadly left out. And I know Vignette was.
No. I mean, from this new release, they added all the songs that got cut out of the movie, except one. And now I feel like a really terrible podcaster right now.
Yeah. And you're a terrible fan. How dare you?
I am a terrible fan. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm giving you misinformation right now. That wasn't in my notes, so
no,
I didn't wasn't on my radar.
We're going off the cuff
But
here.
anyway, yeah. So I guess there was 5 songs missing from the movie. 4 of them made it back in to make 21 song set list.
Of course.
Well, that's what everyone's like, is that on purpose?
Yeah.
I don't care. Vignette made it and I'm happy. So
I could have sworn the Clancy set list was like 31. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm happy to get anything new.
I know.
Because they've been quite sleepy on the socials and everything else.
Yeah, they really have. All right. Well, in the news this week.
Yeah, let's jump right in, shall we?
Submissions for the poster contest are now up to vote on. There's 11 submissions. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. Back up. Poster contest for All Points East.
Yes.
Sorry. I should have been more clear on that one. There's 11 submissions to vote on, and it looks, as of the time we're recording this, that designs 2, 10, and 1 were in the lead. 2 and 10 were very close together with like just 20 votes or so away from each other. So go check them out. You
Where?
do not. I was going to get to
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
You don't have to be from the UK to vote. You just had to be from the UK to submit your artwork. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Anyway, it is on the All Points East Instagram page. There's like a link that you can click on to go to the voting page. And then you just kind of like, it's really easy to vote. You just click on the one that you like the best. I think I voted for 1. I think. I don't remember now. But they were all really great. It's really strange. I really would love to know why they chose the ones they did. Because I've seen artists like post my submission to the All Points East contest, and they were not ones that were submitted, and they were just so good.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to find out. There is a spider doing itsy bitsy spider right now. Climbing up the water
spout?
Little web right here. We don't have a water spout. It's dropping back down.
Where is it?
It's right there.
I don't see this.
Okay, sorry. It's just really weird.
This is good pod. I mean, we do this every time with either the mosquito whacking or this.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
We actually live in the woods, you guys, like outside.
Yeah.
So we're surrounded by bugs.
We are. All right.
That's not a sound effect. That's the woods. If we're outside with spiders and bugs.
Yes. So we did get a fan video of them in the airport.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yes. Yeah. I'm assuming on their way to Canada.
Yeah, to Montreal.
Yeah. So they always seem so nice. Like whenever somebody comes to talk to them, like in the wild.
Yeah, they don't seem bothered. They're not going full. They're not going all chaperone on the people.
and like they always just seem so appreciative that they have fans. Like, wow, you're so great. Thank you so much. Like they're always like, really,
like I can't
kind.
believe you recognized me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. I believe it must have been a security guard sitting next to them. I couldn't really see the person. I just saw an arm, and he kind of like put his hand up and said like, "No photos at this time." So I'm assuming it's a security person.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like we still recorded the whole thing. Kind of bothered me a little bit. Just a teensy bit. I get it. She was very sweet and like so excited. I think it was mom that was recording.
It looked like they did it discreetly too. Like it wasn't in your face.
But like,
still, yeah.
Like we've got to respect the celebrity. If they don't want this interaction recorded or filmed,
or like gatekeep it, don't post it, because clearly that's why they didn't want the recording.
Keep it for yourself if you want
just have it as a memory.
So I was a little irked by that, but the person who I say girl because it sounded like a girl. I'm sorry if I'm misgendering, but the person who was recording it seemed so happy, like it was lovely, and what I'm assuming is a mom, because it sounded like an older woman, said, "Oh, you literally saved her life," like. And Tyler was like, "Oh wow, that's really great, thank you." Like, so it's nice. Yeah. It was a really cool thing to see. They're obviously, really appreciative of their fans when they see them. She asked if they would both sign her arm,
and they said no.
They said no.
Yeah.
Tyler said no, like flat out no. And then I think he kind of felt bad, so he was kind of trying to explain it in a way.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'll sign something else. So if you're really going to do it, then you can go do it," like that. So I think he is worried that someone's going to like get his name tattooed on their arm or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what he's worried about. But
that's what I would do. Yeah.
Like that's what I was about to ask you. Like, why would you? What do you think the reason he doesn't want to sign someone's skin is? Maybe it's just weird to touch someone, or like what? Like what do you think? Because I was trying to figure out like what would be the reason for him specifically that he doesn't want to do that.
All right, I didn't prepare for this, and this is going to sound like this is going to sound. You're going to be impressed, and I think the listeners will too.
Oh,
because I'm going to give you a pretty deep answer, and this is right off the top of my head because I didn't even read this, so I didn't know.
Wow, thanks for preparing for tonight, Ann.
No, I mean I read, but I didn't know you were going to. Is this question in there?
Yeah, it's right here. Well, no, not really.
See,
I just had it as part of my thoughts. It's just a note.
See how you are. I did read and prepare. Thank you very much. I'm a prepared podcaster.
All right.
Anyway, I think that he is very insecure, as we know. And I think he's insecure and not sure of himself yet. And I think he understands that he's human and there could be a chance where he says something wrong or whatever. Who knows? And people judge him in a way that is not favorable.
Yeah, okay.
And he doesn't want to be responsible for having his name permanently etched onto someone in the form of a tattoo.
Etched in the surface.
That's good.
Thank you.
I can play it on ukulele.
Let's do it.
No,
Go.
I can't.
No, you can't.
Anyway, I think that's what it is. And I literally just thought of that. Like, he seems to me like the kind of person that I don't want to be associated with anyone permanently because I don't trust myself. I don't know myself enough.
I like that. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Now, like, if I saw The Rock somewhere and I'm like, hey, can you say, and I was a big Rock fan, The Rock fan, and I said, can you like put,
or a fan of rocks?
can you put
general?
like, hey, Mr. Cliquebait, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Sign The Rock. Then that's cool because that's like a message. But if you're just going to tattoo someone's name, just their name with no message, it's kind of weird.
It was a bit weird.
Because people would be like, what is that? And like, oh, it's Tyler Joseph. And then it's like, well, who's that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Why do you have Randy Jackson's name on a martial arts weapon?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly the point. Like, you don't, if you're going to get even an autograph, unless it's like of their picture, which is cool, you don't want just someone's name. You want like a little message, like to, Steven.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a listener. Thanks for being a fan. Joe Smith or whatever your name is.
Joe Smith. Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. I like it. I just think the whole interaction was like super endearing and sweet. But the best and the most endearing part of the interaction was Josh introducing himself.
Yeah.
Saying, hi, I'm Josh.
Yeah. And
it's adorable.
I think we told the story that we got to meet them one time. We were lucky to, and he did the same thing. He's like, hi, I'm Josh. And we're like,
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
We did.
It's just hilarious.
Early on we did. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, duh. We know.
I think it's adorable
You think
that
we
he
don't
does
know?
that. And it just speaks to their, like, the fame isn't at their heads, you know?
Yeah, it speaks to that they're two regular dudes.
Totally regular dudes.
Yeah.
Eating pizza.
With manners, who think it's proper and important to introduce themselves.
Yeah. Very nice.
They should start introducing each other. Like, hi, I'm Josh. That's Tyler.
And we're 21 Pilots. And so are you. All right, let's talk about Oshega. Apparently we've been saying it completely incorrectly the entire time. And I want to give us a little bit of credit here. We've been saying Osheaga.
Well, yeah.
At least I have.
I was going to say, I wish I could have the tape like ready to go, because I did say Oshega one time, and Mrs. Cliquebait said it's Osheaga, and I was
don't think you did.
Okay.
I don't think you did. I think you said. I don't think you said Oshega.
Okay.
But I think you said it a different way.
For next episode, I'm going to find it.
That I corrected you with. Fine. I will apologize on the air. I'm apologizing to you for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to give a little bit of credit to us. We grew up in California. It's a very Spanish speaking area.
Yeah.
We were in Southern California. So, do the geography on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish is an extremely phonetic language. So I think just naturally for me, I say all the vowels.
Yeah.
When I look at something like that,
Yeah.
that's a different language to me. So sorry to the festival. I apologize that I have been mispronouncing the name.
That's why you might hear Mrs. Cliquebait once in a while screw up and say, we are Cliquebait.
I don't say that.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I don't. But yeah, so we had a couple interesting things we want to chat about that went on. Not too much went on. There wasn't a lot of news. I have a couple people on Twitter that are really like into live tweeting during events.
Mm-hmm.
And it can get quite annoying, to be honest with you. But this one, I actually forgot that it was even happening.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Until we were just about at the end of the show. And I was like, oh, that's right. They're on right now.
Was it live streamed?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say that it seemed
I
like
haven't seen like good footage of it so far.
Maybe it was the break in between or something, but it seemed like it just flew under the radar completely. Like it was not.
Wasn't this?
It wasn't front of mind.
Wasn't this one of the ones that got added like last minute? I know Pink Pop did.
Maybe, because I feel like we would have gone to this one if we hadn't already bought other ones, because Montreal's close to us. So maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was added after like the initial rollout. And we know they
Yeah.
kept sprinkling in some after the fact, but yeah, I think it was added kind of late. Because I feel like if it was a part of the original announcement, like I said, we would have bought this one.
So
It's a short drive.
Drama Queen Joseph said, except for a few festivals in Europe.
Yeah.
So I had no idea they were going to do any here in the US,
North America.
nor
Yeah.
Canada. So that's why we purchased the European ones. That was the only way we were going to get to see them for years.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever. Anyway. So let's get back to this festival.
Yeah.
I'm
really excited about this.
We had some new drums. However, it was pointed out that they have been used before.
That's great.
So they're not brand spanking new. I don't remember.
I think I know. I'm sorry. I think I know.
Go ahead. Was it? I think it was when they did Drag Path at the American Music Awards. I think that's.
I wasn't going to say that, but you might be right on that as well. I thought it was when they did the video game awards and did the line.
No, because he only had like, it was a very minimal set. Remember?
No, I know, but I still think it was this white.
Maybe that particular
set.
one. Well, anyway, so it's a white set, white and black. It has a skeleton, like a skull, and an alien head on it.
Yeah.
Which is, the skeleton and the alien are they're kind of like little symbols, little keys. So, are we getting interrupted?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay. So, I'm thinking, I don't know why they chose to do it right now in this particular set. I don't know, but I'm thinking with SJC putting his new drums out, it's almost like, okay, these drums are now finally for sale. Let's start ushering in a new time, new era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're getting back to our older roots of like the skeleton and the alien and.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, so I confirmed while we were chatting here that you're right. It was the AMAs where they did it. It was not during video game awards. I don't feel like they're that like connected to their sponsors where it's product placement. So I have two theories. Are you ready?
Well, hold on. Yes, I want to hear your theories, but I wasn't saying it was product placement. I was just saying like, okay, the raw fear drums are for sale now. Let's get new ones. Let's do something new.
Yeah. Well, first, before I go into my theories, I thought the skeleton and alien have been part of the Clancy and Breach drums the whole time. Like he's using like these clear shells, and I thought they were on there, but maybe not. Maybe it's just fire. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, and it's for another time. I don't think
so. Yeah, I don't.
But anyway, here's my theories. I have a practical theory. Okay. The practical theory is maybe they rented a warehouse in Europe, a central place, and left all their crap over there for their European leg instead of flying it overseas. Because they go back and forth a couple times. They go from Montreal to Budapest and they go back to Prince Edward Island and then back. So maybe they have like a North America gear truck that includes the white drums, and maybe they have a Europe one just for logistics wise.
Yeah.
So that's my practical theory, because, as we know, within the shell of the upright piano is just an electric synthesizer piano. Like that's not just one piano anymore. Multiple ukuleles, whatever. You get the point. So I think maybe that's the practical reason for the purpose of this show. And because we're nutty freaks, I think there's lore implications. This is the purification of Josh as well, as we enter this biblical kind of era, and maybe he's no longer under the control of Nico as Dark Josh, like we talked about last week, and now he is becoming this purified entity with white and picture like white robes and everything else, and we've got the white drums, and he is also rising up with Clancy through the tower, and we are rising up to this higher thing.
Oh, okay.
So there's my two completely irrational, probably not true theories.
No, actually, I think you might be onto something with the traveling situation. Because that's a whole heck of a lot of money.
Yeah, well, and they have a lot of
going
stuff
across the sea like that. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There was something else I wanted to mention about. Oh, the merch. Yeah. So I don't have that in the notes, but people were like all up in arms that there was a couple of pieces that were not at the European shows, but have so far been at the North American shows. So, for example, the Drag Path hoodie was one that was at Innings.
Yeah.
That was also here at Oshega. The Torchbearer tote bag was here. I keep saying here because it's the same continent.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Was here, was not in Europe. However, Europe had the Drag Path t-shirt.
Yes.
Which I will say, I feel terrible because people were like, why is it pink? And I was like, oh, it must just be the lighting because you have the Drag Path t-shirt.
Oh, it was pink?
Well, can I finish?
Yeah.
You have the Drag Path t-shirt.
I do.
And it's more of like an acid washy, like red color.
Yeah.
So I kind of said that. It's a red color, but it's like acid wash red. It's actually quite pink, the one from the European festivals. So I think it's a completely different t-shirt than the one that you actually have. And the reason I say that is because we have a picture of you walking into the festival right next to those two guys that had the same shirt on.
Yeah.
And you can see the absolute difference in the red of yours and the red of theirs. So I think it's a totally different t-shirt. So I think, like you said, I think they're getting their merch from European suppliers. And that's why we have different things there and different things here.
You know how Europe doesn't put as much crap in their food,
right?
But America does. Maybe they put extra stuff in their shirts, and we put less.
No, what I'm saying is they might be using a different kind of dye.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
I'm being less silly, chemical. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that could be absolutely it. Obviously, they're not going to have European tour T-shirts in Montreal.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So obviously, that's going to be different.
Yeah.
They did not have the Raw Fear T-shirt, so that's just it's really interesting. The differences. I'm glad we're going to both.
I wouldn't put it past them to try to do something like unique as well. Like, oh, you're in this area, so we're going to give you something special. So I don't know, maybe who knows?
Mr. Joseph has a haircut.
Oh,
people were sad. Why, you guys?
I don't know. I'll never understand.
I mean, we've been together for a long time, and I've seen you get many a haircut.
And you've been sad many a time. No,
you kind of just, you get haircuts.
Yeah, it grows back.
It grows quick.
It does.
So, and I will say, I feel like he looked a little unkempt the last few shows. He looked a little shaggy. So I'm sure it gets, I mean, you can speak to it. It gets itchy, right? It gets
hard to style.
Hard to manage. And it's hot, like so hot.
Yeah. And it would make sense that if his barber is Jenna and he went home to Jenna.
There you go.
Get a haircut.
Yeah. You got a haircut. So I don't think we need to be sad. I think it looks quite nice. It's a nice fresh cut. Looks lovely.
Anything personal about them, I don't think we need to be sad about.
Yeah. Agreed.
What are we being attacked by now?
I don't know, but it's really big.
What is happening in our house tonight? For those of you that don't live in the United States or on the East Coast, it's hot and muggy, and that's when the bugs come out.
It's muggy. Man. And we have two very adorable dogs that take a very long time to go outside when it's raining because they don't like to be on the wet pavement because they are spoiled. So tonight, this is when I tried to get them to go outside, and I had the back door open, and I think all the bugs came flying in. Anyway.
Well, okay. If it lands on me, please let me know.
We had no cover again.
Yeah.
So another time with no extra cover during the climbing of the, what is that? Well, like tower, I guess.
I think we've solved this.
Drum tower.
I think we've solved this.
We have?
I think we did a few episodes ago when we were talking about the meaning of the covers, and I think we're running out of meaningful covers, first of all.
I don't know.
And I also think that they are approaching what they've wanted to say with them. Like we're building toward a bigger message.
We're getting there. Okay.
Which is our theory about the bird and everything. And so I think there is only one more cover that I think needs to be done.
Which is?
I just want to fly. Fly, high. You know what I mean? I think that should be, I don't know if that's,
that would be a good
fits the narrative at all, but we could use a little good Sugar Ray in 2026.
I like that. I'm sure there's a lot more covers that would go well there, but anyway, so we had no cover again. Mr. Dunn was wearing another Scaled and Icy era merch shirt.
Yeah.
What is going on? Why are we picking Scaled and Icy? There's been a few trenches, but it's mostly been Scaled and Icy. We had the pet cheetah. We had the long sleeve yellow trench one.
There's been something from every era except Blurryface, I've noticed.
Did we have a Vessel era?
I don't know if we had Vessel, but we definitely had the Raw Fear one.
He wore Raw Fear.
Drag Path. He
wore the tie-dye.
The 2 trench ones.
2?
Yeah, the long sleeve and the pet cheetah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
So I haven't seen any Blurryface merch, though. I don't know if that's a thing. And yeah, Vessel, I don't know if we're counting Vessel as an era for the purpose of why I think he's wearing the shirts.
Yeah. So I'm just curious as to why he's been doing this, why they're picking Scaled and Icy in particular to be, I feel like there's just been more Scaled and Icy than there have of any other. And so I'm just kind of curious. And
I have a theory.
even the trench ones they picked were very bright and colorful and Scaled and Icy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the black, Bandito Tour one that I have or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been very the yellow and the blue, the bright purple and orange.
Yeah.
Like what is going on?
Yeah.
So you said you have a theory. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
So aside from the pet cheetah one, which is kind of a unicorn item that everyone searches for, I feel like from Scaled and Icy era, especially because it's not everyone's favorite era, I think they have a lot of extra merch. Josh has a child and he's on a budget and he cuts them and ruins them. So maybe he's just like, hey, I need some shirts to cut up for the show and I don't want to cut my own because I'm cheap now because I have Felix. So please, merch director, are there any extra shirts from this era? I'm going to cut them into halter tops and I'm just going to wear them. Or not halter top, whatever, half shirt. I'm just going to wear them. That's my theory.
I don't think so.
No, I'm being silly. I can't figure this one out either. I don't know if they're trying to tease like an era's thing because I know that something we're going to get into in a minute.
That's a thought.
Maybe speaks to that. So I don't know.
That's a thought. I like that.
It is
I was
strange,
wondering
though.
if it has something to do with within Scaled and Icy. We know that Clancy was forced to perform, right? I'm wondering if they're trying to say something about Torchbearer.
I think he was forced as well with my Dark Josh theory.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if they're trying to say something to us about like, hey, we're going to be getting more Torchbearer information coming out here. Just like my theory is if we have a third album, I believe that it can only be a Torchbearer album. Yeah. Right? Like that's what I truly believe that we're going to be getting. So I'm just wondering if we're getting more clues that we're going to get some more Torchbearer backstory kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just, like you said, had a lot of extra Scaled and Icy shirts and the costume designer was like, ooh, they're pretty and they're fun. Let's use those.
Yeah. Real quick before we go on, because I didn't put this in the notes. Costume designer lady, Laura.
Mm-hmm.
She posted. Do you follow her account?
I do. When did she post?
This was like a week ago or something when she said like, I'm posting. And she even put like her caption was, I'm posting or something like that. And it was all kinds of costume pieces that we've been talking about. There's a flag. Oh, I can't believe you didn't see this.
No, I thought we talked about this last week. Is it the same one?
I don't know. Did we talk about it?
Yeah.
Am I just dumb?
I talked about how it was cool because she had like candid pictures of them, like not the boys, but them at the airport. Yeah.
So our Cliquebait page reposted it. So you must have seen it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, never mind. Forget I said anything.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, it's got. If you haven't seen it, folks, and I guess we talked about it already. Yeah, there are candid pictures, and there's a. Oh yeah, that's right. You said she has the coolest job in the world. All right, never mind. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Forget I said anything.
All right, let's just talk about some random stuff, huh?
I feel like we've been doing that, but sure, let's continue.
Well, no, this was like in the news. This was like know.
Yeah.
But I just got some random stuff going on here.
Let's do it.
And this particular one was brought to my attention by somebody who commented on our post. But I realized that we never revisited it. We posted it like, gotta say, over a year ago now, when they were doing the teaser for the Breach songs. And they did just like a tiny little snippet of each song. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I posted this. And if you will recall, actually, I'm going to have you play it first. Actually, should I explain it first before I have you play it? Let me explain it. if you'll recall, on that episode, I talked about how I had been watching a video of them in Japan. And someone also noticed that the downstairs snippet we got sounded very like that clip from the video of them in Japan.
Yeah.
From 2012, I believe.
Yeah, I remember that.
So can you click on that and just play the post really fast?
Well, I thought they confirmed too that that's what it was. It was like an old unreleased demo.
They did say that, but we never actually physically connected the two and said that's for sure what that is.
Gotcha. All right.
So while you're pulling it up and trying to get it ready, in my post, I had said, if this really is downstairs, the rest of the song sounds amazing. Because we weren't sure. And in our episode, we even said, wow, it sounds like it's going to be like really like, electronic, like dance music kind of song. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway.
And it's not at all. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
It's on the Cliquebait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's my post. Yeah.
Today, we're going to go play Jisan Valley.
There we go. So this is the snippet we got. And then this
Today,
is the video.
We're going to go play Jisan Valley Rock Festival in South Korea. When I was younger, when I started playing drums when I was 12, my biggest dream was to play music in front of the kids in my high school. I just kind of had this like dream of playing in front of maybe 200 people, and I was just like, if I could do that, that would be awesome.
You hear it?
Yeah, totally. Sorry, guys, if that was a little loud. I wasn't expecting.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, that's just so cool. I mean, like,
So
it gives me goosies. I love that.
Clearly what we just heard is clearly not, unless it's way in the background and it's been remixed and we can't really hear it that well. That's clearly not exactly downstairs.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So I just think it's so cool that they just like reworked it to fit what they need now.
Yeah, and I think they reworked it into
they held on to it for so long. I just think
it's
so cool.
now like a more mature version of that,
Yeah,
which reflects
100%.
who they are now.
Yeah. It's absolutely who they are now as opposed to who they were then.
Yeah. I love that.
They back then when they were touring and doing all this in 2012, that they were very synthesizer, very electronic music-y. And now we're back into the more like full piano, that sound.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was so cool. So it was just that somebody brought it to my attention again. I completely forgot that I had even posted about it.
Yeah.
Because they commented on it. Like, oh, I had never heard of this or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, we never went back and said, yes, that is downstairs. Like, because I just put in the post, like, is this downstairs? Like, have we had this for 10 years? Like,
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Oh, I don't know if we have time. Let's wait for this one.
Okay.
Because we're getting long, right?
Yeah, whatever.
And my deep dive's really long.
Well, people told us they like long, and we should stop apologizing.
do you want to try it?
We're not apologizing.
Okay, we're not apologizing. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So it's a game. It's from Losberg Music on Instagram. And he was trying to guess the 21 Pilots song with only 1 second of music to play.
Yeah.
So we did, full disclosure, heard the very first song, and then I stopped it because I thought it might be kind of fun to try to do it if we could.
So how are we going to do this? Are we just both going to yell it out?
Yeah, I mean, we could do it that way, but I figured because he gives, well, at least for the first song, gave enough time to press pause before he said what the song was.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right. Let's do it.
I don't know if this will work out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
I'll cut it out. How about that?
Sure.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Today I'm trying to guess 21 Pilots songs by only listening to the first second of the song. Let's see if you can get more than me.
Ride.
This is easy. It's Ride, clearly. Also, I'm not cheating, by the way. I have it set up so I can't see.
Car radio.
Car radio. Easy.
Backslide.
Oh, gosh. gosh. Okay. It's off the album I don't have up there. It's like the third one on the album, I think. I don't got it. What was it? Backslide. Okay. I don't really listen to that one. That's okay.
Oh,
whatever. Did you get it?
Oh, chlorine.
Jumpsuit.
No.
Easy.
Come on, you clown.
Come on, dude.
Chlorine. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, give up now while you're ahead.
Whatever.
Oh.
Stressed out.
Okay,
Right?
stressed out.
Now I'm psyching myself out. I'm like nervous.
Raw fear.
Okay,
Raw
that's
fear.
raw fear. I mean, thanks for the gimme.
Shy away.
Shy away. That's shy away for sure.
Routines in the night, baby.
Routines in the night. Yeah.
Routines in the night. Let's go. Routines in the night. Bet you didn't get that one. Trees.
Trees.
This is my personal favorite 21 Pilots
Wow,
song.
really?
Wow, really?
Neon
Gravestones.
Yeah.
I think this is one of their
Took me a
most
second.
underrated songs, to be honest with you. This is one of my favorites.
Holding
Why am I
on to
blanking?
you.
Da, 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 da. I basically just sang the whole song in my head. I have to look. Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing.
It is.
It is
Holding
very
on to you,
embarrassing.
of course. Last one. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Is
that's-
this
Friend, please.
Aircatcher? It's something off the self-titled.
Wow, I don't know that one.
Aircatcher. Friend, please. I should be ashamed.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you very much.
Today I'm trying to
Thank you very
guess
much.
21 Pilot songs
All
by only
right.
listening to the.
Mr.
Yeah.
Cliquebait is our clear winner. My problem, like holding on to you, I knew the song immediately, but like I have to sing the song sometimes.
Yeah, you're about ready to go like taking control of my
I was
body.
like,
That's the
taking
song.
over my body back
That's
and
not
controlling
it.
my shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like immediately singing along with it, and that's what takes me so long. But I think we did
Today
very
I'm
well.
trying to.
Oops, sorry.
We did much better than this friend here. That was fun.
That was great.
It worked out. I liked it. Did you guys? I hope you guys played along with us. How'd you do? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in
Tell us on
the old comments,
Spotify
man.
or something. All right. We had Has It Leaked on Instagram, has had some interesting information that they wanted to share it with everyone. And it kind of, when I put this in the notes yesterday, because we're actually going to record yesterday, it hadn't quite gotten as big as it has now. So it's kind of all over the place. But basically what they shared was that Fueled by Ramen has to purchase, the only way that I can think of how to compare it is like an ISBN number. So like books have like a little barcode, right, on
Yeah.
the back. And what that does, we've actually talked about this on an episode
have,
before.
yeah.
What it does is it helps the authors track who's purchasing their books, how many books have been sold and all of that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So music companies have to do the same. They have to have like a little serial number for each of their albums and songs and singles they're putting out, whatever.
Right.
So Fueled by Ramen has purchased a bunch of numbers, and they purchased one extra that has not been assigned to anything. And when it first came out that this number was purchased for 21 Pilots, everyone was very sure it was going to be the live album.
Right.
Following me so far?
Yes.
Okay. However, they have now released the More Than We Imagined live album stuff, and that number is still open.
Mm-hmm.
So that would lead you to believe that they have another project in the works,
Yeah.
another album of some sort
Right.
with Fueled by Ramen. Because remember, aren't we supposed to be over with them at this point?
That's what everybody said, but
I
now
don't know
we're
what's happening.
now we're not. Now we're one big happy group again. I don't get
I
it.
don't know what's happening. So we have one more number that is not assigned to anything. So the person that is behind the account, has it been leaked on Instagram, believes that it's going to be a like lore saga box set kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, everything lore all the time. Yeah.
Right. So that's their take on it. The people that I got it from that reposted it were saying that this person was correct on their leak of the contract and was also correct on their leak of something else. I don't remember what specifically. Overcompensate, I think.
Yeah.
So they're saying, oh, they were right on those things, so they must be right about this one.
Right.
I don't personally think they would do that unless, like you and I talked about this earlier, unless we're going to get a new song or a new version or remix of something.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
think they would re-release a bunch of songs they've already released. There's got to be they're remastered or something all live. I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be
something
special
different.
and different.
Yeah. They wouldn't just release songs they've already released just because they're all lore in order.
Right.
That just doesn't, they've already got a playlist on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anybody could get one on Spotify. Like there's no reason for them to do that. So I'm not of the opinion that that is the case.
I don't think that's the case either. Like it seems,
right.
I'm with you that yeah. Somebody
pointed out that it's very possible that they just purchased the numbers just to have them ready and it just never got used and then it's just going to go away eventually, which is entirely possible. And it has happened before in the past, maybe not to 21 Pilots specifically, I don't know, but to other artists.
Yeah.
It's not an uncommon thing to happen. So I believe it's either that or I think it's just another little clue for our third album theory.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
It's just another clue.
Just another clue.
Yeah. I wanted to play you something real quick that I saw.
Yeah.
I want to preface this too, because this account is a little questionable as far as being a married dude. If you catch my drift, but Yellow Envelope Club reposted it. That's how I saw it. Mm-hmm. It is someone named, well, the page on Instagram is Tandon_Rebecca. And it just says Tandon. She's a digital creator, 72,000 followers, but she was at Osheaga and posted this reel.
They're crowd surfing on a plane.
All right, so you get the idea. She posted this, and it's the video, and it appears she was in the Coors Light special section that's now infamous because she's a digital creator, media person, whatever. But her caption says, well, first it says over the top, first time experiencing 21 Pilots, and I was absolutely rocked, in all caps. And then it says, we'll be seeing them on the next tour for sure. Hashtag 21 Pilots. I just wanted to share that because she's all of us, right? You go see them live and it's like, oh my God,
sure.
This is the most incredible experience I've ever had.
For sure.
I'm hooked. I'm hooked for life. I'm buying all the tickets. You know?
That's really strange. I love being in the pit and I love being part of it all and being around everything and so close to them. But now I kind of want to experience these concerts from a little further away.
Yeah.
Because that sounded so different than when we hear Trees.
I know.
That did not sound like Trees at all.
Yeah. I
really liked the way that it was. I thought it sounded like so cinematic.
Yeah, I know.
But it's because she's up in that section where the speakers are different. And you can hear the different tracks and stuff.
Right.
I think it was, it must have been Main Square, maybe. I'm trying to remember where we were a little further away than we normally are. And I finally got to hear, oh, no. It wasn't, we were at a live show. It was when we were watching the live stream of one of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, these backing tracks are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can hear like his voice in the background doing like the backup vocals and it just sounds so cool.
Yeah. I mean, I will say as someone who like really listens to those intricacies, the first time we ever saw them on Barricade, I was like, oh, I mean, it sounds good. And I know the songs enough.
It's just so loud. Yeah.
But it's like you lose some of that echo and reverb from the room, you know, that you can't see the screens.
Right.
So I'm with you. I like being a little bit further back to experience the whole show as it's meant to be.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move it along, shall we?
All right. Let's do it.
Let's go right into listener interactions.
All right. Well, I wanted to say hi to Ashram on Instagram. They're a new listener. So hi. They said they just found us. And they're so excited because we're their people. So hi, Ashram. Just want to say hi.
Yeah.
The name of them on Instagram is Haley and Marky and the little ones, but I think I'm talking to Haley based on how they talk. And they said an interesting theory that I'm definitely looking into about the Clancy album and a mysterious message that they might have seen. So stay tuned for that one because that one really, I fell down a hole big time on that one. I want to say thank you to Laura, who always checks in on us. I love that. She's got like the mom energy like I do. And I love it. And she's so sweet. And I just want to say thank you. And hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
And then Ryan is a new listener on Instagram as well. A relatively new listener on Instagram. And he's also shared like a ton of really interesting theories with me. And I just wanted to say I really appreciate that. They're like really well thought out and so interesting. And they give me like really cool parts to like jump off of. So along with Haley's or Marky or the little ones theories, I've got some good stuff coming up, I think.
Nice. I like it.
So Ryan, hello.
All right.
Yeah.
I had minimal comments from the Spot of Sploosh, which is fine because we don't have time to read them all anyway.
That's true. Good point.
But Marper's back in the comments with maybe the lore is over, but we still don't know how it all actually started. Yes, I could use a backstory.
You know how much I love a good backstory.
Album. The dream theory literally blew my mind. Thank you. That's so cool. TOP Clique for Life said, another amazing episode. Haven't listened to the full thing yet because I had field hockey scrimmage. That's more important. In the pouring rain. That sucks.
Oh, that's not fun.
Says in parentheses, fun AF. We'll be finishing it soon. Heart.
All right. I hope you have finished it by now because you got a new one coming up.
Brooklyn O'Shea says, Lumphao, which I think means laughing my bleep off. And it says, quotes, I can play it on ukulele. No, I can't. And then quotes, no, you can't. That's some of our witty banter back and forth. At the 49 minute, she put it in another comment, 49 minutes and 40 seconds. So last week's episode, if you'd like to listen to that little ditty, there it is. It looks like it's a link. I wonder if I could click on it and play it, but whatever.
Nah, we're good.
Cheryl Not Done said, hello, friends. Another great episode. I love the new deep thoughts about the lore. It engages my mind and makes me think instead of just feel when I listen to the only band in the world. The amount of time and work you both put into this podcast is greatly appreciated. Thank you all for your hard work. She's mostly talking to you on the work front there. I appreciate that. We appreciate you, Mrs. Cliquebait. McKenna Harmon said, I love you both too.
Aw.
Such a phenomenal lore drop. Also, I personally love it when you get biblical. Thank you for sharing some religious and faith-related thoughts mixed in with everything else. It adds a lot of meaning for me. Well, that's what we want to do, right? We want to give meaning for
as many people
musical
as we can.
people. We want to give people meaning if you're into like words and the lyrics and whatever. And we want to give, however it touches you, we want to try to cover that whole, the 21 Pilots spectrum, if you will.
Yeah.
And then finally, Devin.
Oh, is that what we have?
Yeah, we do.
Are we on the 21 Pilots spectrum?
Yes, we are.
That's it. Are we are extremely, what would we be? Low functioning?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're ridiculously
consumed.
obsessed.
And then finally, Devin says, wonderful episode as usual. I always listen to the new episode of the week at work on the weekends. Shout out to Devin for another weekend worker like me. I love it.
That's right. Weekend warrior. Oh, no, wait. That's
yeah, those are people that have fun.
Yeah.
I work in a warehouse, so you guys are always a wonderful distraction.
Oh.
Thanks, Devin. All right. On to the next. Where are we? Oh. Is it time?
It's time.
For the song?
Mm-hmm. Why do you wait so long?
I'm toweling off. That was a very deep one. I went like all the way into the deep end because you said this is a deep.
It's very
deep dive. So I'm very wet at the moment. So let me towel off. I don't want to get water on the mic. A deep dive.
All right.
There you go.
It's been a really long time since I've done a song deep dive. I feel like anyway.
Yeah, because
what was the
we
last
did
one I did. Was it Shy Away?
Yeah, I think so. Because we did
so
like a double-decker lore dive, and then
we did the Paladin, and then we did I feel like I've been consumed with lore. So this was really fun. Although I also made it lore, even though it's not really lore. But we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm covering Ode to Sleep. We're taking it back old school. We are bringing us back to our roots.
Yeah, bringing it back to the number one track on the vessel.
What had me thinking about it was actually I had talked about Ode to Sleep with the costume situation, because this used to be their opener, and this is where they'd come out in their skeleton hoodies, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of why it was on the forefront of my mind when I was picking out a song. I had a few to do, but this is the one that I decided I wanted to do. So it was first released in 2011 on their self-released album, Regional Best. In 2012, it was released on the promotional, it's called 3 Songs EP after signing with Fueled by Ramen. And then on July 8th of 2013, it was re-recorded and released as the opening track on their finally major label album, Vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a little snippet of commentary about Ode to Sleep by Tyler, if you would not mind. I don't know if this will work because it was my particular account, so I don't know. Let's see. No, is it making
Well,
me sign
no,
in?
it brought up a bunch of stuff. So do you want the Ode to Sleep bonus commentary?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Spotify listeners? This is Tyler from 21 Pilots.
Oh, it sounds so young.
I'm going to do a track-by-track
Southern.
commentary for our new album
Tyler.
called Vessel. This first song is called Ode to Sleep, and I remember back when I was trying to name the song, we actually played it live first before it was named, and this is back when we had kind of a small following in our hometown, and it was small enough that everyone got to write on a piece of paper and put into a bucket which name they wanted the song to be named. One was Ode to Sleep. I honestly forget the other names of the songs, but it was cool because, you know, a hometown audience got to name the song. I like putting this song first on the album because it kind of puts the listener through a little bit of a song structure boot camp, if you will, when it comes to them being able to anticipate what the rest of the album is. So Ode to Sleep is definitely one that we like to intro with. We open up a lot of our sets with this song. And I'm really proud of how weird it is.
I love how he says he's really proud of how weird it is.
Yeah, I love just hearing his younger voice because I think it's all of us, right? Like we all just
Sounds like
mature
a
in how we
baby.
speak, and
Yeah.
at that time in their life, he's probably trying to sound like cool and not as weird, even though he is weird.
Yeah.
Now he's comfortable being weird. You know, I like
Yeah.
seeing the progression
It's
or
fun.
hearing it rather.
So in other interviews, I wasn't able to find any clips on them, but in other interviews, they also had said, like Josh said, that this song feels the most connected to them as individuals because of its themes. And I'm sure that's changed since then. But Josh kind of like made a comment how like this one just feels the most them to him.
Yeah.
Which I actually, when I think back on it, people always ask that question, like, oh, if someone wanted to know 21 Pilots, like what song would you show them? And this is one of them to me because I think it's so amazing how they can just switch back and forth from different musical styles. And it just shows that they're like in like almost every genre you can think of, you can hear in one of their songs.
Yeah.
So I just really like that about it. So I just thought that was cool.
That makes me think of that video clip where he's in a shoe store or something on tour and someone's like, he's like, oh, I'm in a band. Like, oh, what kind of music? And he's just like, well,
It's a good question.
Yeah, I love it.
What did we used to say something. What did we used to say it was? Oh, their genres. Yes. That's right.
yeah. And they've said, or other music writers have said, it's a kitchen sink, obviously, play on words. But I like to call it a smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
Because you know how when you go to the buffet and there's just something, there's everything.
Yeah.
Things you never knew existed,
Something
combos
for
of things
everyone.
you never knew existed.
Right?
And things you
All
want
the
to try.
food is touching and you're just not sure if you
Yeah.
like it touching, but then
Maybe
you
some
taste it and
things
you're
that
like,
you grab
okay.
because it's bright yellow and you don't like it, but you tried
Sure.
it. That's what it is to me.
Sure.
It's the smorgasbord of music.
Totally. The buffet.
Yeah,
It's a
if you will.
buffet of music.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good band name, Buffet of Music. All right. Let's get into the song. I'm going to do my little 3-pronged approach as per usual, like
Yeah.
I always do. But let's start with the first verse,
All
shall
right,
we?
you'll tell me where to stop?
We're just going to do the first verse.
Okay.
So we're going to stop it.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll stay awake, right?
You know what? I'm going to stop just 1 second
Whoa,
because
what was that? I just heard noise I've never heard before.
Oh, y'all or whatever he says.
Is that what he says?
I don't know. I just wanted to stop real quick, not only for copyright reasons, because you're supposed to do like 15 seconds at a time.
Oh, God.
But also, I really love how we just right away, Josh is new to the wide release of the band, at least. And right away, we get into the genius of his drumming. Like just that.
He's so good.
That bass and cymbal hit just is like so
good.
crisp, so clean. All right. Anyway. I want you to hear your noise again.
Up fine and dandy, but then by the time I find it handy to rip my heart apart and start planning my crash landing, I go up to the ceiling. Then I feel my soul start leaving like an old man's hair receding. I'm bleeding, so please on my knees repeatedly asking why it's got to be like this. Is this living free? I don't want to be the one who loses the song's blood on my hands out to the moon. Take this weapon, force in darkness, some see a pen, cause the dark's not.
Oops, I screwed that. Yeah, we'll fix that. Hold on.
Take this weapon, force in darkness, some see a pen, I see a harpoon.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. All right.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I'm struggling on the ones and twos over here. Anyway.
Alrighty. So obviously we're not going to take it like line by line, but let's start with the first line when he says, I wake up fine and dandy, right? We know the whole part.
Yeah.
Right away, Tyler introduces something that I think almost everyone can relate to. He wakes up feeling okay.
Yeah, we're on the right side of the grass, man.
He's
We did
right.
it.
Maybe even excited about the day.
Yeah.
There's peace for a little while. Everything just feels like it's manageable, right?
Yeah, for one moment. Yeah.
I know sometimes maybe we had a rough day or whatever. I go to sleep and I wake up like, okay, I can do this again. Like I'm good, right? Like I'm ready to face the day. Okay.
I have a different process, but yeah.
Okay. But then he says, by the time I find it handy to rip my heart apart and start planning my crash landing. Well, that escalated really quickly.
Yeah, it did.
We were like, hey, I'm fine and dandy. Now I'm like, oh, nope, gonna die.
Yeah,
crash.
not so much.
So nothing outside has changed. He hasn't mentioned like a bad phone call or like some sort of tragic event that he woke up to. He doesn't have like social media blowing up or anything. The only thing that's changed is what's happening inside his head. So by the end of the day, he's already like spiraling.
Yeah.
And the anxiety is back and the self-destructive thoughts have returned and he's mentally preparing for the worst again. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest things in 21 Pilots music as a whole is that battle is rarely presented as like one big moment that you overcome once and then you're done, right? It's like this cycle. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So every morning brings like a fresh start, but every day has the potential to become another fight.
Right.
Okay. I actually think that's one of the reasons Tyler's writing can resonate with so many people because he never promises that the struggle is just going to magically disappear. Instead, he shows that sometimes the victory is simply just waking up and then choosing to fight again, like we've talked about before.
Yeah, the little things, the small victories. You got to celebrate those as well.
Right. The battle isn't won just for the rest of your life. It's just one morning at a time.
Right. Yeah.
But wait a second, because I want to talk about something here. The part of the lyrics where he says, start planning my crash landing.
Yeah.
Notice he doesn't say I crashed or I'm afraid I'm going to crash. He says he's planning it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like his mind has already decided how the story is going to end before anything's even happened. He's expecting failure before he's even had the chance to succeed.
Yeah.
And a lot of us do this. We create these like worst case scenarios in our heads, convincing ourselves that everything is going to fall apart before we've even had a chance to let it play out.
Right.
So I thought that was so interesting that he chose to say it that way.
Yeah. May I interject something positive here?
Absolutely.
I want to explain the difference, because I'm an aviator. I'm not, but when you crash, and chances are there's no coming out of that. When you crash land, it's actually a skilled landing where the thought is, yes, I crashed, like the guy who landed on the Hudson River. It's a crash landing.
Sure.
But everyone lived, happy ending. I think him by saying this is like, I know it's going to be tough. I know I'm going to lose a lot of battles, but I'm not going to lose the war. I'm going to crash and land. It's not going to be pretty.
Okay.
But I landed and I survived and I made it. So I think that's the positive way, because, sometimes I look at my crash landing and it's a full on, I hit the mountain, everything disintegrated.
Okay.
There was no landing. There was no walking away. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that,
That's a good way to
it's a
look at it.
positive way of looking at
Yeah.
everything will spiral and crash, but you can control it in a sense to crash land.
Okay.
Get
I like
it?
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the lore lens on it. Yes, I know this is not a lore song. I'm aware. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Can we please make some clickbait sunglasses like those Ben Franklin ones where you got lore lens and then religious lens and you click them back and forth?
Sure.
For depending on what lens you'd like to be looking through that day.
I love it. That's a great idea. So if you look at it from a lore perspective, it actually starts to sound really familiar.
It does.
Think about Clancy's journals for a minute. Even after escaping Dima, he still writes like somebody who's not very confident in his abilities. He's constantly like second guessing himself. He questions whether he's doing enough, whether he's making the right decisions. And there's always this like underlying expectation that the bishops are somehow still like one step ahead every time, because they always end up finding him and bringing him back.
Yeah.
So clearly they have an idea of what's happening already.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then we get to one of my favorite images in the entire song. I love it. It goes up, 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 up. I just think it's really funny.
Yeah.
So we're talking about going up to the ceiling, right? And I've always thought that this line's really interesting because I think you can read it in a few different ways. So if you read it literally, it almost feels like the way people describe like a panic attack or like extreme anxiety. It's that feeling where you're so overwhelmed that you almost kind of feel completely disconnected from yourself.
Yeah, and you can
You're not even you.
You can almost, it's like your blood pressure. You can literally feel it ratcheting up, like
right,
like it's I'm reaching the top here.
Right, yeah, and that's very much how he says the up, up, up.
Yeah.
You know, like you can feel it very intense.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Psychologically, it could even be describing dissociation that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
That feeling of almost like watching yourself from the outside instead of actually living in the moment. Like you've pulled yourself out of that situation in a way. But then there's another layer that I think Tyler comes back to throughout his music, and that's the longing to escape. Not necessarily to like run away from life, but like that desire to get out of your own head, to get above all the noise, all the fear, like all that doubt that he has. And which way does he choose to escape?
Up.
Up.
East.
East is up, my friends. Another up.
Another clue to
Another
the direction
clue,
we're
we're
going.
escaping up.
Yeah.
All right. So then he follows it with, then I feel my soul start leaving like an old man's hair receding.
Yeah, why are you laughing?
Because this is like totally classic Tyler. Because it's supposed to be like this super incredibly like heavy line in this like really just metaphorically beautiful song. And he's like comparing it to a receding hairline. Like,
yeah, but is he?
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if he is.
What else is he talking
So
about?
I feel my soul start leaving like an old man's hair receding. Your hair doesn't just recede like overnight and it's gone. It's very slow.
No,
and it's like progressive.
But there's other things that recede slowly.
Yeah, but I mean, there's old
funny.
dudes on the cover of the album. It makes
All right.
sense.
Well, I'm laughing because I just thought it was really funny because was there no other metaphor for this, Tyler? All right. But anyway, if you look past the humor, if you look past the humor, I think there's something really important actually that's happening here. He doesn't say I start leaving. He says his soul starts leaving. And throughout their music, Tyler talks about the body, the mind, and the soul almost like they're separate things.
Yeah.
They're connected, obviously, but they're not always moving like in the same direction. So he says, when your body's screaming out, trust your mind's listening and choker, right? Mm-hmm. He also says, look into the mirror and ask your soul if you are well before you start your day.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah.
It's clearly showing that he feels like these are different entities and different pieces of ourselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes our soul can feel something that maybe our physical body doesn't feel, or our mind is trying to control our physical body instead of them working as one thing.
Maybe he chose old man's hair receding because you know the term. Well, you know the term, like I put my heart and soul into that. Mm-hmm. You're calling out that those are two different things. Yeah. So maybe your soul is connected to your head. And if your soul's going to leave your body, where's it going to leave? Through your head.
Okay.
And even Death Cab says when your soul meets body, like your head meets your body,
Okay.
your neck.
Sure.
I don't know, whatever.
All right.
Who cares?
Hey, you know what? Whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So again, your mind can be telling you one thing, your body can feel another, and your soul is over here just trying to hang on like for dear life. Right?
Yeah.
This section is my favorite part because I think it's one of the most emotional moments in the whole song, this particular part. He says, I'm pleading, please, oh please, on my knees, repeatedly asking why it's got to be like this. Is this living free?
Yeah.
Like if you read it like that, it's like the goosebumps moment for me.
Yeah.
And when he's singing it, you can hear his desperation in his voice. He's not just asking a question, like he's begging for an answer. It almost feels like he's exhausted. Like he's asking, is this really what life is supposed to be? Am I always going to be fighting my own mind like this?
Yeah.
And I think that's a question a lot of people have probably asked at some point in their lives. If you've ever struggled with anxiety, depression, intrusive thoughts, or you just kind of felt stuck where you are, I think that line just really hits hard for people. If you just really listen to it, it's one of those like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it
kind of
really hits
things.
different when you read it like poetry and not with the tune
Yeah.
of the song.
Well, okay. Then he follows it with this line, as if our heart wasn't broken enough. I don't want to be the one who has the son's blood on my hands.
Yeah.
Now, I think this actually has a really interesting double meaning.
Yeah. I knew you were going to go this way.
On the surface, he's saying son's blood, S-U-N,
Right.
right? And I don't know if this was a mistake on the lyrics that I found, but they had son capitalized, even though it's S-U-N.
I would say that the U is more of a mistake.
No. I think that was 100% the lyric that he wrote. But I don't know why they capitalized the S. I don't know if that's that way in the actual lyric book. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. So he's saying son, S-U-N's blood, almost like he doesn't want to be responsible for destroying the light of the morning, or like, he says that the hope of a brand new day kind of thing, the sun will rise and we will try again kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what's keeping him alive, and he doesn't want to be responsible for taking that hope away. But because it's Tyler, it's really hard not to also hear son, S-O-N.
Yeah. And on Apple Music, it's not capitalized.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
So if it's intentional, it opens up like a completely different layer to the song.
Yeah.
It could be a reference to Jesus' sacrifice and this feeling of the guilt of being unworthy. Almost like he's saying, I don't want to keep living in a way that ignores what you've done for me. And I don't know if Tyler intended both meanings. Honestly, I don't know. But knowing how often he plays with words and double meanings, I definitely think it's worth considering, at least. Giving a thought to it, for sure. So then he says something I've always found really interesting and fascinating. He says, I'll tell the moon, take this weapon forged in darkness.
Yeah.
Throughout their music, darkness is usually where the battle happens, right? So night is when the voices are loudest. It's where fear and anxiety and doubt seem to have the most power. And obviously the moon rules the night, right?
Right.
So when Tyler says, I'll tell the moon, it's almost like he's addressing like the darkness itself. And what does he give it? A weapon that was forged in darkness. In other words, it's the very thing that tried to destroy him becomes the thing he's fighting with.
Yeah. His mind.
So just like, I didn't even write this, but I just remembered it. Just like in the lore, when he decides he's going to put the red on and he's telling them, I'm not going to let you make my insecurities the thing I fear anymore. I'm using them against you. That's what he's basically saying here. His pain becomes his songs. The darkness unknowingly creates the weapon that's going to eventually be used against it. I don't know if that's exactly what he meant again. But if it's imagery he's going for, I just think that's like super cool.
Yeah.
I just,
it's genius.
I think it's, yes, exactly. Totally genius. Then we get the last part of the verse. Take this weapon forged in darkness. Some see a pen. I see a harpoon. I totally love this line because most people look at a pen as a tool to write, right? It's something you write with. Tyler looks at a pen and sees a weapon. And obviously he's not going to come stab you with it. But he's not saying I'm going to use it to like poke your eye out.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Right.
So they say.
Exactly. Because his writing is how he survives.
Right.
It's almost like he's saying these songs are the only way I know how to fight back. And I think that's exactly what we've watched him do for 2 decades now.
Yeah.
Every album, every lyric, all the journal entries that we've seen, it all feels like part of the same battle.
Yeah. And I want to say, like, he could have said, like, obviously harpoon rhymes with moon, so it fits.
Right.
But he could have also said I don't know.
But I think...
No, he couldn't have. Never mind. But
no,
a
I think it's the
harpoon's not
same reason why
necessarily a
he
weapon.
said cement, because it rhymes with government and it
Yeah,
works
yeah,
in
yeah.
that in what he's trying to come across.
I just wanted to point out that
harpoon works for... Yeah.
if there is different meaning here, a harpoon's not necessarily a weapon. You use it for like hunting and fishing. That's what it's for, is to capture like an animal and bring it back, not to just kill it and let it go. It's not a weapon, because we're not trying to kill animals just to kill them. Right. You use them in whaling and things like that. So,
yeah.
Obviously, like I said, it rhymes with moon, so it fits, but that's also not a weapon. So it's weird. It's weird to me. I don't know if it was just, I don't know if there's another meaning there that I haven't quite worked out yet, or if it's just because it rhymes with moon.
So isn't there like a saying, something like you've been harpooned, or I just got harpooned? Like it's not a sneak attack, but like surprised attack.
I don't know
kind of
about that,
thing?
but it's like if you've been harpooned, you've been caught. You haven't been just killed or murdered with a weapon. You've been caught. It's a fishing device. So you're catching the fish.
Stop.
Light bulb?
What do they call Jesus?
The fisher of men.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
He's using his words to gather us all
There you go.
in his nets.
Okay, then. All right. In
Boom.
his Tyler nets.
Boom.
There you go. All right. See, there is extra meaning to it. Who knew?
That is what happens in the Cliquebait household.
Yeah. Give it up right now.
I can't. You're too far away. I can't. Okay.
That was a high five.
All right. When we look at it in the lore perspective, this idea becomes even more obvious because Clancy's journals aren't just diary entries. He's not writing them to document his day. He's not like, oh, dear diary, I had a great day, right?
Yeah.
He's like, it's not a little scrapbook. We're not making a fun Dima scrapbook, okay? He's writing to resist and expose the truth. He's writing so that the bishops don't get to control the narrative. It's his words that become the weapons. Okay, so that's kind of how it connects. There's also, I think, a really cool biblical connection here. So if you don't like that, just bear with me. The Bible talks several times about the truth and God's word as a weapon. In Ephesians 6, Paul describes the sword of the Spirit, and Hebrews talks about the word of God being sharper than any two-edged sword. So I don't think Tyler's directly quoting those passages, obviously, but it does feel like he's kind of borrowing that idea that your words can be weapons, right? So instead of picking up a sword, he picks up a pen and uses his own words as weapons.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to get to the chorus. Are we ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'll stay awake, 'cause the dark's not taking prisoners tonight. Why am I not scared in the morning? I don't hear those voices calling. I must have kicked them out. I must have kicked them out. I swear I heard demons yelling those crazy words they were spelling. They told me I was gone. They told me I was gone.
All right, we can stop there.
Yeah.
I just realized I completely left the whole beginning of the chorus out.
That's okay.
I mean, I love that because the music switches up and becomes like more fun and bouncy.
Yeah.
And so does his message. Like he's so much more hopeful and like things are great. It's morning time and
Yeah.
I'm happy, right? So that's kind of where the chorus is going. But he says, I don't hear those voices calling. And so one thing I've always noticed is that he never says the voices were fake. He never says they're all in his mind or they're all like fake things, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say, I realized I was imagining them He just says they're gone.
Yeah, they're at rest.
And I think Tyler leaves that intentionally open-ended. Maybe the voices are anxiety or spiritual attacks or depression or fear, or maybe they're all of those things at different times.
Yeah.
So the point isn't really giving them a name. The point is that they feel incredibly real when you're in the middle of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why he doesn't say like, he says, I must have kicked them out. Not, they're definitely gone, or, oh, I realize they're not there for real.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he says, I swear I heard demons yelling. Those crazy words, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you. When Tyler talks about demons, I don't picture like the horror movie, like scary, claws under your bed kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think demons are the lies we believe. I think
they're all the bad things.
Yeah. I think they're the voices that tell you that you're not enough, or you're too broken, or you can't change, that there's no point. Right. And that's basically what the bishops become.
Right.
They are the physical representations of those voices. They
Correct.
constantly feed people the same lies. You're trapped. You'll never escape. You're worthless. Just give up. This is the way to eternal happiness. Right. Then comes, I think, one of the strongest declarations in the entire song, which is what we're going to get to right now in the rest of the chorus.
Oh, you got to prepare me.
Sorry.
But I'll tell 'em, why won't you let me go? Do I threaten all your plans? I'm insignificant. Please tell 'em you have no plans for me. I will set my soul on fire. What have I become? I'll tell 'em.
Sorry, I just like that part.
Okay. Well, I love this part
Okay, then.
because Tyler finally starts talking back. If you look at the lyrics, you'll notice that he says, I'll tell him. And then there are quotes around, why won't you let me go? Do I threaten all your plans? I'm insignificant. And he says, please tell him you have no plans for me. In the first part, he's like pushing back a little bit, saying, you don't need me. I'm not special.
Yeah.
Just let me go. You don't need to keep keeping me. There's nothing special about me.
Right.
Right? He's
Right.
trying to like bargain, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And then he's asking someone else to tell the demons that they don't have plans for him either. And I think it's worth asking, who is he talking to?
Oh, I know. I just had a light bulb.
Light bulb. We really need to find that.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it. That's my goal for
So
the week.
is he talking to anxiety, the demons he just mentioned, talking to God?
Yeah.
Or if you're looking at it through the lore lens, could he be Clancy speaking to the bishops?
Yeah.
I don't know that there's one correct answer. I personally have what I believe. I believe that he's telling God to please tell these demons that you don't have a plan for me either. I'm not chosen by you.
Yeah,
I'm just
basically,
me.
I'm nothing.
I'm nothing.
nobody.
I'm nothing special. You don't need to keep fighting for me.
You're
right?
not going to hurt God by taking me because I'm nothing to him as well.
Exactly. Honestly, I think Tyler actually leaves it broad enough that it can apply to any of those things.
Like he does. Yeah.
Like he does. Like he do.
Like you does. Like he does.
Like he does. And then he follows this open-endedness, almost sad sap, thank you very much, pleading with this incredible line, I will set my soul on fire. I love that he chooses fire because fire can mean two completely different things that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Sometimes fire represents destruction. It can be the judgment, right? But other times, especially in scripture, fire represents purification and passion and God's presence and being refined into something stronger.
Indeed.
So personally, I'm leaning into that second meaning. It's almost like Tyler saying, if something is going to consume me, I'd rather it be hope than hopelessness. So instead of letting the darkness burn him down, he's choosing to burn with a purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're thinking about the lore, it's amazing how this imagery keeps showing up, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The banditos carry torches.
Mm-hmm.
We have the torchbearer.
He's always on fire.
The fire and light imagery are everywhere in the lore.
Yeah.
Over and over again, Tyler contrasts the light with the darkness.
Right.
The darkness might be loud and it might feel overwhelming, but light is always what leads people home.
But we see this in every tale of good and evil, right?
Right, but they don't always choose fire.
No, they don't. You're right. But it's always the light and the darkness. Star
Well,
Wars,
of course,
and
of course.
Harry Potter, and
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
lores out there is the fight between the dark and the light,
Of course.
good and evil.
Yes. So I think this is the best part, though, because if you've been following along, you know that I believe Clancy has sacrificed himself to save those in Dima. We believe we're still waiting for the final scene where Dima's going to burn. And this just fits that perfectly.
Yeah.
Like it just absolutely fits it perfectly.
And what's bananas is this was before the lore was even, we believe was even a thing. I think it's been in his head forever.
I'm
but
going to
yeah.
touch on that at the end here, but yes. So let's go ahead and go on to the next verse.
On the evil but dead is forgotten and fake of the trees they wait and close anticipate the start of a day when we put on our face a mess that portrays that we don't need grace on the evil but dead that is bigger than us, but we open our eyes cause we're told that we must, and the trees are the realms and the culture that bleed desperately yelling is something we need. I'm not free, I ask forgiveness 3 times, same amount that I not a 3-time MVP this crime. I'm afraid to tell you who I adore, won't tell you who I'm singing towards metaphorically. I'm a whore and that's denial number 4.
All right. So the first thing that jumped out to me is the phrase, a day that's forgotten and fake. So what does that even mean? Like, this is why I love doing these deep dives, because this whole verse, I just kind of like sang along to it. And there was parts that I understood, but like this particular, the beginning of this verse, I never understood what he was talking about. So like really picking it apart and looking at what he's saying is really helpful because it helps me understand the song like in a completely different way, I guess. So I don't know if there's like one right answer to what that specifically means, but this is where my mind is going. It almost sounds like Tyler's describing the routine of everyday life.
Yeah, I was just going to say
So like
that.
every day starts to kind of like blur together because it's all the same day, basically. We wake up, we go through the motions, we put on a smile, we get through work or school, go to bed, and then we do it all over again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a day that's forgotten because nothing about it feels meaningful.
Right.
And it's fake because so much of it is just us performing and showing people the version of ourselves that we think they want to see.
Right.
Instead of who we really are.
Yeah.
So then he says, as the trees they await and clouds anticipate. There are those darn trees again. There's trees everywhere, right? The trees are waiting. The clouds are anticipating. Does nature know something's wrong? Like,
No, but I think
that's what I'm like, what?
I think nature does the same things in darkness and in light as a living
Sure.
being.
Yeah.
You know, during the day the flowers are in bloom and the wind's blowing them, whatever, and at night nobody sees them, so they shut down and close up. And,
Sure.
you
Yeah.
know.
I think it's almost like he's saying that nature's watching humanity like wake up and repeat the cycle over and over again.
Yeah.
Or like in the movies when something bad's going to happen and the clouds like roll in and the thunder starts, right? It's like kind of that anticipation of like the foreboding of like something's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Then he says the start of a day when we put on our face. And I think this is where the whole verse kind of clicks into place for me. Hey, I rhymed. The forgotten and fake day isn't fake because the day itself's fake. It's fake because we are fake.
Yeah. 100%.
We're about to put on a face, not our real face, our public face. It's the version that says, I'm doing great. I've got everything under control. It's that version that never lets anyone see what's really happening underneath. And Tyler comes back to this theme over and over again throughout his career. Like, look at Scale the Nicey live stream,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the whole lore behind that album, or Trapdoor, right? I think being disingenuous is something that really scares him. Being thought to not be real. I think it would really bother him if people thought that he was like a poser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I think this is just something like really, really bothers him. Long before there were like literal masks in the lore, Tyler was already writing about the masks that we wear every single day. He even spells it out in the next line when he says a mask that portrays that we don't need grace. As our kids say, oof, with that. It gets me every time because he's not saying we actually don't need grace. He's saying that's what the mask is pretending. The mask tells everyone, I'm fine. I don't need your help. I don't need forgiveness. I've got this.
Yeah.
But underneath the mask, we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Like it's that saying, like, you never know what battle someone's fighting.
Right.
So like
Right.
treat people with grace, right? Let everybody, it might look like they're okay, but they're not okay. Like no one's okay,
Right.
you know? So that's one of the hardest things I think for people to admit, just not just that we're struggling, but we actually need someone's help.
Can I read something for you?
Sure.
And I don't want to ruin a potential future deep dive, but before you start your day on self-titled,
Okay.
open the slits in your face and start your day. You don't have much time to make your slits look just right. So we're talking about putting makeup on, hiding our face. Then the next thing says, look in the mirror and ask your soul if you're all right. Put on the glitter that your soul hides behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one says, know you were made holy. Open up your eyes and see. The clouds above will hold you. The clouds above will sing. And in your mind, you're singing.
Mm-hmm.
This is like literally the same concept before. Like this has been a theme all along from day one.
Yeah.
It's almost like the same lyrics rewritten in a different way.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just incredible.
No, that's okay.
When you were talking about preparing your face for the day, it made me think of that song.
Well, I mentioned it before you start your day.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying like it popped in my head like what the lyrics actually mean.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm glad. Well, whether you look at this particular thing spiritually or emotionally or mentally, it's incredibly vulnerable to admit that you're not okay. So let's look at the lore. If we look at it, years later, obviously, it's really interesting how this idea kind of evolves because the masks stop being symbolic. They become literal. Clancy wears a mask. The bishops hide behind their power and their appearance, right? It's almost like Tyler took this one metaphor from Ode to Sleep and built like the entire world around it. So then he gets even more personal. I'm not free. I asked forgiveness 3 times, same amount that I denied. I honestly think this is one of the clearest biblical references in the entire song. So if you are one of those people that don't like to see them in the music, I'm sorry, but I think this one can't be a mistake. It's clearly a biblical reference. So let's talk about Peter. Peter denied Jesus 3 times to the Pharisees, saying he doesn't know him. Then later, after the resurrection, Jesus asked Peter 3 times, do you love me? And it's this beautiful moment of restoration and like forgiveness where every denial is met with another opportunity to choose Jesus again. And Tyler seems to combine both of those moments into one thought. He's saying, I've asked forgiveness 3 times, the same amount that I denied. So it's almost like he sees himself in Peter, someone who genuinely loves God, but he still fails him every day.
Yeah.
And I actually really love that Tyler doesn't put himself in the role of the hero. He relates to the disciple who got it wrong.
Yeah, which is what we're, as humble beings, that's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly. So then he follows it with another incredibly honest line. He says, I'm afraid to tell you who I adore. And that's denial number 4. And I've always found that kind of heartbreaking because he literally just said he asked for forgiveness every time he messes up. And then there he goes again, messing up by admitting that sometimes he's afraid to say the truth out loud. So whether that's fear of rejection or fear of being misunderstood or just feeling inadequate, I think it's incredibly like a human confession. Like, see, here I go messing up again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Then comes probably the most shocking line in the song.
I guess. Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, geez, okay. Only because they don't say these words. So that's just why. Yeah. Not because it's inherently a bad word, just because it's not them usually. So he says metaphorically, I'm a whore, right?
Yeah. Which I think, Well, I think you're going to get into that, but thinking about the biblical part, there's whores in the Bible, right?
Right.
Yeah. So,
well let's get into it.
I know it's like supposed to be bad, but I think we're still that he's carrying that forward.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll get into that right now. It does catch you off guard. It's a word that like, whoa, did I just hear that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the biblical imagery Tyler's drawing from, throughout books like Hosea, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, God describes his relationship with his people like a marriage. It's a covenant, a promise, a contract.
Oh, nice.
If you will.
Yeah.
So when his people constantly chase other gods or place their trust in other things, it's described as spiritual unfaithfulness, almost like you're cheating on a spouse. I don't think Tyler's talking about like sexual sin here. I think he's confessing that his heart isn't always fully devoted to God. Sometimes he chases success or control or whatever promises comfort in that moment. And he's admitting, I know I keep giving my heart to things that can never actually save me. And that's what makes this verse so powerful. It starts with masks, trying to hide our true selves, but then it ends with confession, because there's no hiding from those that we love. Whether it's God, family, friends, our mask has to come off eventually.
Yeah. And we almost see musicians and athletes and celebrities, we put them on this pedestal as superhero-like.
Right.
They can do no wrong. We make them into these godly figures. And I think the beauty of these guys, which we've always said, they're down-to-earth, normal people, is he's saying that in his music, especially in this song. I'm just a normal guy who sins and who fails a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm asking, I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, right? We all struggle and we all mess up. We all sin. And the point of turning back to Jesus, if you're religious, is to ask for forgiveness. We're constantly asking for forgiveness. That's the cycle, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's like, I don't need to talk to Jesus because I don't do anything wrong. If you're religious, of course, put that disclaimer out there. If you're not, you do whatever you do.
You do it to family and friends too. You mess up, you lose their trust.
Right.
You know, if you're in the throes of addiction, for example, you know, it's a cycle. Hopefully you can get out from underneath it, but sometimes you mess up.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, you're just in a really bad place and
on $100 base.
and you mess up and you have to ask for that forgiveness. And like whatever, you know, biblical entity or religious entity you believe in, if they love you, the forgiveness is there, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say if they love you. Sometimes there's things you can't forgive, but whatever. Right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
So as we get to the end of the song and the last chorus, I kind of want to circle back on a question that I have had for a really long time, but I want to hear the last part of it first before we.
I'll stay awake, 'cause the dark's not taking prisoners tonight. Why am I not scared in the morning? I don't hear those voices calling. I must have kicked them out. What have I become? I'm sorry.
All right. So did you notice when I covered the chorus the first time I didn't mention the line, what have I become?
Yeah. No,
Well,
I didn't.
There's a very good reason, and it's because of this second chorus. So he says, I will set my soul on fire. What have I become? At first, those two lines almost don't seem like they fit together. I'll set my soul on fire feels so bold. It's like he's finally made up his mind that he's going to fight back no matter what. And then he questions it with, what have I become? It's like that confidence suddenly cracks. But what's really great about this line is that it's real life. Because how many times have you felt completely determined 1 minute only to start questioning yourself the next? And I think there's a few very different ways that we can read this. So the first is that Tyler's realizing just how desperate he's become. Like, think about everything that's happened in this song. He's pleading on his knees. He's questioning whether this is what living free is supposed to feel like. He's talking to the moon. He's turning a pen into a weapon. He's saying he'll set his own soul on fire if that's what it takes to survive. But then he pauses for a second and almost asks himself, how did I get here? Like, what have I become?
Yeah.
And so he's realizing just how exhausting this battle has become to him. But another way I hear it is an identity question. And if you've listened to them for any length of time, you know that Tyler comes back to identity all the time. Who am I? Who am I becoming? Am I becoming the person I want to be, or am I becoming the very thing I'm trying to escape? So I hear echoes of that in songs like More for Backslide and Snapback, where Tyler keeps wrestling with whether the struggle itself is shaping who he actually is. But this biggest correlation to this idea is within the lore. So if we believe this ending they gave us is true, then Clancy became the very thing he wanted to escape. I can imagine him asking himself, what have I become?
Yeah.
But I think my favorite interpretation is a little bit different. Throughout the Bible, fire isn't always the symbol of destruction like we talked about. It's a lot of times purification and passion in our faith. So maybe when Tyler says, I will set my soul on fire, he isn't talking about destroying himself. Maybe he's talking about surrender. Maybe he's saying, I'm willing to let everything that isn't true about me burn away to show my faith in you. And if that's the case, then the next question makes perfect sense. If all that burns away, who am I afterward? So if you strip away all the things I've been trying to show people that are not true about myself, then who am I really? And that's not necessarily a question of regret, I don't think. I think it could actually be a question of transformation. And we've talked about this. He's transforming. Clancy's transforming. He's made this journey from lowly Dema citizen to now leader of this whole thing.
Right.
Then we get to the very last line of the song, and the reason that I wanted to wait until the end to cover that particular line. The first time through the chorus, and then like a couple of times in this last one, Tyler keeps saying, I'll tell him. It's defiant. He's like talking back to the voices. He's refusing to believe the lies, and he's standing his ground. Like, I'll tell you who I am, you know?
Yeah.
But at the very end of the song, he doesn't say, I'll tell him. He says, I'm sorry. And you can hear his voice kind of crack a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he sounds so defeated. And I think that changes like the entire ending. The obvious question is, who's he apologizing to, right? Personally, I think the strongest interpretation is he's talking to God. To me, the entire second half of the song starts sounding less like a conversation with himself or like those demons and more like a prayer. So when he ends with, I'm sorry, it almost feels like everything he's been building to that moment. After all the fighting and fear and questions, he simply comes before God with an apology because he recognizes that he needs him. Now, he could be apologizing to himself, sure, absolutely. Mental health can fill people with guilt, as we know. We can become our own worst critics, and maybe this is Tyler saying, like, I'm sorry I've been so hard on myself.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's even apologizing to the people around him. Anyone who's struggled with anxiety or depression knows it's easy to feel like you're a burden, even when you're not. So I think all of those interpretations are possible. And as we've said so many times before, the beauty of this band is that Tyler doesn't tell us. He just leaves us with those two words, I'm sorry. The song doesn't end with victory and the promise that tomorrow is going to be easy. I think that's why Ode to Sleep has connected with so many people for so many years, because it's real. It's like a real song. And Tyler doesn't pretend that one night of fighting fixes everything. He wrestles, he questions, he prays. He pushes back against the voices, and in the end, he just tells the truth. And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was very long. I'm sorry.
No, why are you sorry? Are you being Tyler Joseph?
No, I'm apologizing for
you
being so
were
long.
on this passionate song deep dive, just amazing things, amazing thoughts, and then you end it with "I'm sorry."
Well,
everything that Marper and everyone else has yelled at us to stop doing.
Sorry.
What's the song that says "Don't you test me
now
just because I play the piano"?
Not today.
Yeah, he talks about being double-sided in that one, so he gives us
does?
another clue. Yeah. I'm out of my mind.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
double-sided. Yeah. He's telling us there, like, he's doing the same thing, like, don't test me, I'm tough guy. And then he goes, I'm sorry. It's very similar.
Okay, well, that's when we cover the deep dive. I actually think it's his mom.
That he's saying that to that line too?
I think that's his mom saying, don't you test me.
All right, stop. That's for another time.
I know.
Let's not do it because we're already, yeah. Anyway.
Is this the longest episode yet? It has to be.
Well, it's not over yet. So far, yes. I think you wanted me to talk about the musicality. I'll just be very quick.
Yeah, go
This
for
song
it.
changes tempos a lot. It's all over the place. To me, it gives you that true feeling of like a feverish kind of.
So perfect.
Almost like dream sequence again, like where there's all these things racing in your head. Picture like the Contract music video. That's what it is. There's like chaos between the verses and between the time changes. But for an immature young band who's still finding themselves, this is a masterclass on
it's
tempo,
yeah.
a masterclass on changing themes, and the bass is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'd be so easy for, and it's my understanding that Tyler was just learning bass during these times. It'd be so easy just to be like ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding 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 ding. But he adds a little do 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 do. Like it's so good. And if you haven't seen it, and if you're listening to this show, I'm sure you've seen it multiple times. Go watch the live stream of the 10th anniversary where he plays it on the acoustic U bass. It's incredible. It's incredible.
So good.
And it just shows like this is one of those songs from this group that if you heard it and you're not in the know and you didn't read anything, you would say this is a 4 or 5 piece band. You have the bass, you have the piano, but no, it's one dude going back and forth between all these things.
Two,
No, I'm talking about those parts specifically.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well,
it's one guy as part of a duo who's playing all the other things except for the drums. It's just when you think about that, and if you don't know about the band, you're not a fan. When you learn that, how do you not become a fan? If you
it at least
enjoy
should
and know
pique
music,
your interest. Like,
Right.
whoa, wait a minute, this is insane. I think the other part I wanted to touch too with on the music is how it fits the words perfectly. The theme of the verses, the way that the music turns from severe and anxious, like anxiety inducing, to like, hey, now we're skipping down the street and we're fun, and it's more piano and it's more light and airy sounding. It's perfect.
Yeah,
It's just perfect.
It's really a great song for being such a early in their career. You know,
Yeah.
obviously the writing has progressed. The introduction of Paul Meany into the process has
Right.
enhanced the sounds, but this is beautifully mastered, produced, everything. There's a guy on the credits named Greg Wells who's did some programming and whatnot. So I don't know who that is, but good job, Greg.
Yeah.
Well done.
I didn't even get into the music video. It's there's not much really to unpack in it. I did want to talk a little bit about in the live shows when they sing certain parts, Tyler puts the mask on and takes the mask back off, and I think that's also very telling. But we're running out of time, so
Yeah. Yeah.
go look it up. Go look at it. You'll see what I mean when you see it.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
hey, Mrs. Cliquebait, incredible job
Thank you.
as always.
You had some really good things to add as well. I
Very
appreciated your additions. We got a full butch on that one.
We did get a full butch. It was your deep dive though. You did all the work. I'm just here for,
Yeah, but I like when
Whatever.
you add your perspective. means a lot.
Yeah, and that's the point. Anyway, great job. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for listening, everybody, to this long one. Hopefully,
If you're still here, thank you.
Maybe this will take you a couple days to listen to. You listen to it in parts. And yeah, this is officially our longest episode ever. So we're either going to lose a lot of fans or people are going to say thank you. Either way, we will apologize. We're sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're sorry for apologizing for those of you that like this, and we're sorry for going long if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Downloads have been incredible. We're getting some other attention that we're not going to share yet.
Not yet.
But things are looking up. Yeah. So thanks again for being here. Thanks for being on the journey and giving us hope and inspiration every week to keep on keeping on with this show. We do it for you. We love you guys, and we are Cliquebait, and so are you.
Stay alive, friends. Show.